I still have this thing on, even though the time is 5:52.
Listening to Andy. Okay, this is my favorite part of this show. Shh. Shh. Quiet.
What's that mean?
Tree. For as long as I remember, every time I watch this show, that's the last, and I always explain to the person pointing at the tree, that's a tree, that's a tree. Julia, it's a tree, it's a tree, it's a tree. Don't you know? It's a tree. You're loud and annoying. Yep. She's loud and annoying. It's a tree. It's a tree. Believe me, it's a tree. Right? Right? Tanner? It's a tree. Tanner knows it's a tree. Okay, so I'm watching Bones and I just love that. Just love that. As the closing credits run, it says, "What's that? What's that thing? Tree. What's that mean?" Okay. I am so tired. My husband and I loved watching Bones. I woke up at 4:30, worrying about the weather and whether I'd be able to drive to work or not. Should I call Janet and say, "Are you still on? Are you good? Are you making it there?" Because she comes from out Elmira way, and Julia comes from, Cambridge. She's annoying. So I didn't go back to sleep because I was worried about the snow. And I could hear the wind. Every time I looked out, it wasn't that bad. There was no snow, there was no nothing. Yes, snow had fallen. So I had plenty of time, Didn't start work until 8:45. I got up at 5:30. Anyway, I finally finished breakfast, got everything done, did dishes, everything. Got the whole house ready to go, and there's still time, and I better shovel the driveway. So I went out and started shoveling, and that's when Johannes came. He says, "Don't worry, I'll do it." I said, "I have to go to work." So I kept shoveling, and then he came over with a snow blower, and so he did half, I did half. But at least I got my exercise in to a certain extent today. I'm trying to watch you, Andy. I'm trying. I am so thirsty too. What did I have for supper? Oh yeah, that's right. I wanted an easy supper. I didn't want to have to make anything. So I made something. I got my habitant pea soup, and I made, what did I go? Onion and mushrooms and celery. And I plunk that into the soup. Ooh, I really didn't go back to sleep from 4 o'clock or 4:30 on. So even though I wasn't going to take coffee, I took coffee. And I drank most of it early on. And I had lunch. And I finished my entering my data at 2:30, I think, and I headed home. Didn't headed home. No, I headed to Guelph to take my daughter's birthday gift to her. Stayed there for maybe half an hour. We all wore masks. She wore a mask, I wore a mask. Because I had just spent the whole day with other people, of course. It's not safe. It's not safe. Anyway, I did that. Then I drove home. So both the drive to work and the drive to Guelph and the drive home from Guelph were just fine. The last bit was windy, like this afternoon. It was windy. But it was windy. This morning it wasn't bad. Oh dear, blood. Well, that's the trouble when you watch Bones. You're liable to see gory stuff because they don't oh, that's a person frozen in the ice. Yes, so I've got to try and keep watching Andy, and I think it's okay to go to bed at 9 o'clock. So we got it stopped. Sorry. There are all sorts of points that I was trying to remember. But yes, although Janet said nothing all day long, except when I said, people are really upset, she says, I know. She knows. And she says, but we have to wait for an email. I don't. She did not let anything on. And then I'm home. What did I do? I came home late. That's all I did. I came home. From Guelph, right, of course, I came home from Guelph. That's why I was late. And then I did cats, and I did my bedspread. Yes, my bedspread. And then Stephanie texted me, woo! So we got until the end of February. No going back. Yay! Which means that the bad weather will be over. And March break will be a minute. If the Premier gives us March break. Oh, goodness. Oh, really? I am so tired. So when... Oh, okay. That's my calendar. I'm going back to my calendar. 5, 11, and 12. Woo, conferencing. So it's another short week. Oh, it's bad. Yes, it's another short week. So that's fantastic. I don't have to. I've got people signed up already. People signed up for both afternoon and morning and afternoon class. That was amazing. Woo! I'm so good. They were talking today, one of the things that they were teaching us today was how to get students to sign themselves up. And I'm like, way easier for me to, excuse me, I'm sorry, this would have been a good task, a real world task, but I did not give them a chance. I said, what time would you like to come? You don't have to come, but if you want to come, what time? Yes. I am so tired. I should just stop yawning in your face and go to bed so that I can work in the morning. It's not good to hang that there because I haven't shoveled. Maybe I could shovel before they arrive. Probably a good idea. Yes, I should have shoveled this morning. I was actually had the shovel in my hand. Just wanted to get to work. Get that done, and it took me all day. Because first I had to learn how to do it on a PC. And it wasn't working, and it wasn't working, and this wasn't happening, and this wasn't happening, and okay, listen to
Just
Andy
about done.
and go to
Just
bed.
washed the car.